Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Dividend Growth Masters. In a video a while ago, I showed you guys how I use Finviz to find dividend stocks, and that video has been pretty popular, so I want to do something just slightly different with this video. I want to show you how to screen for value stocks using the free dividend stock screener from Finviz. So again, Finviz does have a paid option, but I think the free option is pretty good in itself, and it has a lot of the criteria that you can search for when it comes to value stocks. So let's get started. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to open up all the tabs, all the screening tabs at once. Now obviously when it comes to value stocks, we're typically looking for stocks that are trading at a lower valuation. In essence, stocks are cheap. So the screening process is pretty simple. We want to find these stocks that are trading for a low valuation and then do some more research. So screening is more of the initial process when it comes to finding stocks, not the end process. So I really used two primary metrics when I'm screening for value stocks, and it really depends on what I'm looking for. So the first strategy is I'm looking for low price to book ratio stocks. So lower than 1 basically. Now, when it comes to price to book, most of the companies that you'll find trading below book value, they're going to be primarily international companies, primarily in China or Europe. And Chinese companies that are trading below book value are pretty common now. But one thing that you have to keep in mind is you have to really look at their books closely, because a lot of Chinese companies have been defrauding American investors. So you got to be careful when you're looking at those stocks. One thing that you can do is you can just search by stock exchange too. And it shows you which countries these stocks are from. So that makes it a little more useful for you. So it looks like there's about 1,000 stocks, they say, under a price to book ratio of 1. So that's a good starting point when you're screening for value stocks. Another thing I like to do is I like typically stocks that don't have too much debt on their books. So something else you can do is you can check the box for debt to equity. And obviously, a lot of times when companies are trading below their book value, they're actually not profitable, meaning they're generating losses. So one thing that I like to do is just select positive net profit margin. So as you can see, in the prior results, there's over 1,000 companies that met our criteria, and now there's only 327 that meet this criteria. So we basically eliminated all the companies that are not profitable. So the only ones that are really remaining are companies that are profitable and that are trading below the book value. So basically we narrowed our universe down to 300 or so odd stocks that we can take a closer dive at. And a lot of these companies are in the same industries. They're either REITs or they're also closed-end funds. So those are pretty common when you'll see a big divergence between what is trading at a discount to book value. So in addition to book value, I also like to screen just based on the PE ratio. Now you can kind of combine them both. You can look for stocks that are trading at a low PE and a low price to book ratio. But I like to do them separately, because sometimes you may capture stocks on one screen that you wouldn't on the other if you combine them both. Under 15. So typically I like to screen for stocks that are trading for under a 15 PE ratio. Market cap. So in my experience, typically you'll find the best value stocks under a $10 billion market cap. And this is because there's just less competition. With super mega cap companies, it's very difficult to find good value stocks. So in terms of value stocks, other than the valuation, something else that I like to look at is just the return on equity. Return on equity is actually one of the preferred metrics that Warren Buffett uses when he's looking at the value stocks for his own portfolio. So that's what I like to use. So those are primarily the 3 criteria that I like to search by: the market cap, PE, and return on equity. And sometimes I actually do like to search for dividends too. Let me search for where is the dividend? The dividend yield right here. So dividend yield is not always a deal breaker for me, but it is nice to be able to earn a dividend on a value stock while you wait for the thesis to play out. So it looks like we narrowed down the universe to about 91 different stocks. So that's where we kind of begin the research process. Stock screening is really just the first step in terms of investing. You just want a process to narrow down your universe. So again, the 4 criteria that I like to search by when it comes to value stocks on Finviz are market cap, dividend yield, PE ratio, and return on equity. So that's basically my process. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions at all, just let me know, contact me, or leave your comment or question in the comments. And if you want some more content, you can definitely visit my website, dividendgrowthmasters.com. I'll see you guys next time.